Hello, hello, hello. Oh, hello there, everybody. How's everyone doing today? I don't know why I'm talking with my Northern Canadian accent, but I guess we are talking with it today. How's everyone doing? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, governor. How's everyone doing? I'm hoping everyone's doing well. I'm hoping everyone is enjoying how things are going. I hope all is good in the proverbial domicile of choosing. 44 months. Dang. How's everyone doing? So, good news and bad news. We're going to start off with good news and bad news, but we'll start off with gooder news. POLYMAKER's got a big sale on right now. If you don't know, POLYMAKER is doing their Black Friday sale right now. 45% off, up to 45% off on all their filament. Also, buy more, get more, free spool type deals and whatnot. Check it all out right here. Link in the video description. Click the POLYMAKER link. Check it out. While you're down there, don't forget, we give away a spool of POLYMAKER filament every stream. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. So somebody's going to win a free spool of filament. And then, you know, if you just want to stock up on filament on sale, check it out now. It's a good time to stock up for the holidays. But yes, the good news and bad news. The good news, Venture XL is up and alive. It's doing printing. I had a little bit of I had one of those nights where it was like, test something, run upstairs, wait 20 minutes, come back to the garage, check it. And then that was like my whole night last night because I've been troubleshooting this machine. And you would think that replacing the entire tool head, the entire electronics, and the extruder and whatnot would change certain behaviors on a machine. And then it doesn't. And you're like, why are you still doing this? So I'm gone down a rabbit hole and I reached out to Luke from Luke's lab. And I'm like, do you have any suggestions here? And he's like, you're printing too hot. And I'm like, what? I'm like, he's like, it's an ultra high flow hot end. You're melting too much plastic. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, I'm so used to printing with regular flow hot ends and the temperatures that I print with that I'm like cooking. I'm cooking the filament, and that's probably causing a lot of the ooze issues I've been having. And it's like, oh, so I'm doing something I have never done before. I've been 3D printing since late 2017. This is the very first temperature tower I've ever printed. I shit you not. This is the very first temperature tower I have ever printed. Ever in 3D printing. I've never bothered. I've never had a need to. I've always just kind of like, whatever the filament has the range, I just put the, you know, I've been printing PLA at 220 or 215 or 220 first layer, 215 every layer after for years. Every PLA, and it's worked just fine. And now all of a sudden it's like, no, you should probably do a temperature tower. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, you print, well, the thing is, I was having this issue of overflow where it just oozes. Like, this is a stringing test. This is Orca's built-in stringing test. This is from 0 to 3 millimeter retractions. And as you can see, it's oozing like mad throughout it. And it did the same thing with the Rapido ultra high flow, and it did it the same with the Tube compact in the previous setup. So I'm like, there's something going on here, and it's like, oh no, you're too hot. It's a problem we all suffer from, being too hot. So I'm doing a temperature tower print right now, and today, because of DHL, that's what's on the docket today. We will be doing some tuning on the Venture XL. We're gonna do some calibrations. I've already done input shaping. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna see how this turns out, do my flow, and then go back and do pressure advance. But this is all because something didn't happen today. I've changed the title of the stream a couple times. Something was supposed to happen today. We were supposed to have a visitor. And by visitor, I mean a man in a truck was supposed to show up and drop some stuff off. Unfortunately, the package that figured, hey, it said out for delivery at like 8 a.m. this morning. It should probably make it here pretty soon. It's still out for delivery. So unfortunately, I do not have a PRUSA Core One L to grace our presence today, unfortunately. It's supposed to be delivered today. It's supposed to be delivered today. I don't know what time today. It's out for delivery. It's been out for delivery for the past 6 hours or so. I was actually really, the stream started ever so slightly late because I heard a truck outside. And I was like about to hit go live, and then I heard a truck. So I ran outside. I'm like, and it was a delivery truck. It was a delivery truck, but it was a Purolator delivery truck. Do you guys have Purolator in the US? I'm pretty sure Purolator is a Canadian company. Anyways, Jordackle gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. And Bearded Printer gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. So, unfortunately, we do not have the PRUSA Core One. Somehow Florida man Grant got his yesterday or Monday. Jan got his yesterday too. I don't think Joel's got his yet. So I'm not the only creator that hasn't received theirs yet. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's on its way. It will show up at some point. I was just hoping today would be the unboxing stream. So I highly doubt it's going to show up like in a good time. I got a feeling it's going to show up right at the end of stream. Knowing my luck, it'll show up right at the end of stream. So what we're going to do is you guys are in for a treat. There will be a stream tomorrow. Why? Because I don't want to wait till Friday to unbox this thing. And I'm a live streamer, so I have to do it on stream. It's not like I can unbox it and set it up, because that ruins the content. So tomorrow there will be a stream. You're going to get 2 streams tomorrow. You're going to get a Twitch stream in the morning, then you're going to get a YouTube stream in the afternoon. I owe you guys a channel member stream for October still too. But you'll get 2 streams tomorrow. Twitch in the morning, we'll play a video game. And then tomorrow afternoon, after I get back from Costco, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock p.m. EST, we will do a PRUSA Core One unboxing stream on a Wednesday. Sound good? Sound good? Everyone good with that? Put a thumbs up in chat if you're good with that. I'm gonna fight Daniel for viewers. Does oh shoot, does Modbot stream on Wednesdays? Shit, does he stream on Wednesdays? What time does he stream on Wednesdays? Does he already have it set up? Shit. I try to avoid overlapping stream times. I try to avoid it. This is why I don't stream Sundays. There's been a couple times where it's like, I'll just, instead of doing a Saturday stream, I'll do Sunday, but that's because Steve streams at like the time I would be able to. He does his at 1. Okay, I'll be here. Let me check. Because he puts his up early. He puts his up. What if it shows up right now? Modbot Army. If it shows up right now, we're probably not going to do it. Oh, he doesn't have any stream set up for tomorrow. Unless he hasn't set up yet. About this time. Yeah, so mine will be like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, Eastern. So, yeah, I don't think, like, knowing my luck, it's not going to show up right now. If it shows up right now, we'll see. If it shows up in the next little bit, I probably won't. I don't have a thumbnail made up. But if it does show up, maybe we'll switch things around. We'll see. We'll see. Trying to make some room here now that we're done with this. Look, it's printing. So yesterday I went down a rabbit hole getting this thing printing. So where do we leave off on Tuesday or on the Saturday stream? I think Steve's getting one too. I'm pretty sure Steve's getting a kit too. I'm pretty sure. Where do we leave off on the Saturday stream with the Venture XL? Because I have a story. Sunday was annoying with this machine. This machine annoyed the heck out of me Sunday. So Saturday night, we did a 4.5-hour stream. Excuse me, I'm getting thirsty. Let me get a delicious drink of my Gamer Subs. Use code Canuck, save 10%. Delicious. So Saturday, 4.5 hours. we could not get the machine to home. We got to the point where we were trying to set up the sensorless homing, and alas, poor Yorick, sensorless was not working. So I said, YOLO, screw it. I just reinstalled the mechanical end stops. The EBB 36 Gen 2 has 2 end stops in it. Okay. And so, this is the old one. It has 2 end stops in it. So I was able to put the X and Y end stop back in. So I'm using the exact same end stop setup that the Venture XL used originally. We have an X and Y end stop on the tool head board itself. It's actually really nice for wiring things up. And they did fix the pins. So it's PD0 for the filament. So I'm using the filament end stop as the one end stop, and then the other end stop as the other end stop. So we have X and Y mechanical end stops. That fell over. Shoot, 1 second. Seaboard Trident, or no, Venture XL. Shoot. Stop. Pause print. That fell over. I'm like, I heard a click, and I'm like, shit. So 1 second here. I mean, on the bright side, this might tell us where we're at for our, why did you fall over? Yeah. Oh, it got mushy. Okay. So let's end the print. Let's cancel the print. Yeah, I think we're definitely printing too hot. So stop the print. Okay. Stop the print. How many end stops maximum? Well, the EBB 36 Gen 2 only has 2 end stops in it. It's only got an X and a Y end stop. Okay, let me redo this, and we'll just carry off near the end. So let's do this, because it failed at the 200. So calibration, temperature, ELA. So we'll do 205. We'll go down to 185. How's that? Okay. Discard. Okay. Let's double check our temperatures. So that's 205, 200, 195. There we go. Let's put a bigger brim, because that's probably why. Outer brim only. More brim. Actually, I should probably put a little bit of. I probably haven't put Vision Miner on the bed since I did that. Final production videos of the. Yeah, I watched Maker's Muse video on it, and it seems like a very solid printer. What is the MSRP price on it, by the way? I can't remember what the MSRP price is on it. There we go. What is the MSRP price on that thing? $850 US. Damn. Okay, upload and print. There we go. Yeah, let me see here. Snapmaker U1 is the only way. Do they have like an? No, I want to see what the actual price is. Pre-order. Okay, so what? $850 US. P1S or P2S. Yeah, I don't care about your icon status. Oh wait, this is in Canadian rubles. Oh, that's right. You still can't buy it in the US. You can't buy it in the US yet. Canada. Why do you show USD? It's not USD in Canada. You only show USD prices? Okay, I guess they only show USD prices. Either way, $850 for a tool changer? Damn, son. That's cheap. Even at 1,000, like the Bamboo P1 is Like the P2S, I'll be honest, if the U1 works as good as they claim it works, and you could put a top hat on it relatively cheaply, it would dance around this all day, every day, even if this is a little bit cheaper. No offense, Bamboo, but single nozzle multi-material, once you go to a tool changer, it looks archaic AF. So yeah, you want that, whatchamacallit? You want top hat is it 150 for the top hat? Is it 150 for the top hat? Really? Or now? It's 150 for the top hat. Really? Oh well, I'm sure somebody will be able to print something really cheap. I mean, just throw a garbage bag on it. 150 for a piece of injection molded plastic. I mean, to be fair, the mold to make the top, do they have a picture of the actual, can I see the top hat in all its glory? Show me the top hat in all its glory. The reason the top hat is expensive is because the mold to make the top hat is expensive, because it's a big mold. Building molds that big, it's square cube law and price goes up pretty quick. So the top hat, I could see it being pricey because it's a big mold to make it. Yeah, it doesn't include it. Okay, it's in the accessory. Oh, here we go, accessories. Top hat. U1. There it is. Oh yeah, is this a single piece injection molded? Or is that two pieces? It looks like it's two pieces. Still, that's a big mold. That is a big mold. And it includes an air purification sensor system. Yeah. You could make a generic top hat a lot cheaper if you really wanted to, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it's not a flat pack, yeah, so it is what it is. What did the Tesla dash mold cost? I don't know what the Tesla dash mold costs, but the molds for the front fascia are like $1 million. Like that's what the quoted price was, roughly. It's been a minute. That's roughly about what a fascia mold costs, and I knew the Tesla ones were big. How are we doing? Okay. So, as you can see here, we got it all working. I've got it printing now, but it was, where did we leave off? I hear a truck. 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 Hello? I have 3 boxes. I only have 3 boxes. There should be 4 boxes. The printer isn't here. Uh-oh. Okay, 1 second. Coda, you picked a really bad spot. Uh-oh. Please tell me it's not 2 separate shipments. Oh, how much you want to bet? Quick, somebody look up what the actual weight of a PRUSA Core One L is. Okay, hopefully this doesn't dox me. Somebody look up the weight of the PRUSA Core One L. How much you want to bet? Because of the weight, it's on a different truck. How much you want to bet? It's on their truck that they use for like pallets. How much you want to bet? 22.5 kilograms. Oh, how much you want to bet it's on a different truck? Let me check my DHL shipping notification. Come on. Partial delivery of one or more pieces of a multi-piece shipment. Partial delivery. Partial. Yeah, I got a feeling it is going to be shipped separately. I got a feeling it's going to be shipped separately. Come on. Does PRUSA not use heat tags? Okay, PRUSA doesn't use heat tags. Usually what I do is I hit a heat gun with the shipping label to burn my address off. Because, you know, they're thermoset tags and they just... But, yes. These ones are not. Ah. 3 boxes of Haribo. Oh, I'm opening them up. One of them is much lighter than the others. So usually how PRUSA does this, they send, and the previous time I've gotten printers from PRUSA, you get the printer, and then you get a box of sample prints. They usually include sample prints for like just B-roll shots and whatnot, so you have some sample prints on hand. And I think that's what this box is. So let's open this one first. Actually, let's open this one so I can get it out of the way. How's this print going? Oh, it's going good. Okay. I haven't even finished my Sunday Venture XL story. Oh yeah, this is all filament. Okay, so we got... What did PRUSA send me? Oh my god. Jet Black PET G. PLA. PLA. ASA, so we got Galaxy Black ASA. PLA Marble Gray, PLA Orange, PC Jet Black, and PET G Orange. Okay, so that's all filaments. You know what's really annoying? The box for a PRUSA is, it's not dimensionally a square, it's a rectangle. So they ship them like this, but they're all packed in tight, so you can't see what filament is until you pull it out. So it'd be nice if they shipped where the label was facing up, so you can actually see what it is, but alas, they don't do it that way. Okay, so that is a box of filament. Let's see what's in the other box. I'm assuming yeah, this is probably sample prints. Usually they include some sample prints or accessories or something. Oh no, it's accessories. Maybe they didn't do sample prints this one. So we got the Advanced Filtration Core 1. An extra nozzle. And 2 extra beds. So we have a print sheet. I think they're both satin. Yeah, I think they're both satin. Yeah. Clean only when cold, do not clean with acetone. Yeah, so we got 2 sheets, an extra nozzle, and the filtration system. What is the filtration system? What is the filtration system? Oh, it's the actual, oh, it plugged in, it's got a fan and it's got a HEPA filter, I think. Yeah, so it's got a fan, actually has a fan. It mounts onto the back of the printer. This plugs into one of the GPIO headers. And then you have these actual activated charcoal filters. Very nice. Some zip ties and whatnot. Very nice. So we'll put that on it. I will say one of the things that does kind of suck, I do believe the Core One L still has a max temp of 300. So you're not going to be printing like PPS on it, unfortunately. Because otherwise, that would make a really nice setup for it. If they didn't have that. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, PRUSA, it's funny. I can't remember what it was. I think it was on the stream. It was on one of the streams after I got back from Prague, but before they announced the Core One L, so I couldn't talk about it. And I was like, you know, I really like PRUSA beds, but you know, I wish I could put them on my printers because they don't make a 300. It'd be really nice if they made a 300 bed. And I don't think anyone caught it. And I think this is just filament too. Yeah. So they sent 2 cases of filament and some accessories. So unfortunately, I don't have the printer yet. It said 4 pieces are out for delivery, but only 3 were delivered. So I'm assuming the printer itself is on a different shipment. Dang it. That sucks. Oh well. I mean, we're gonna do the printer tomorrow anyways. Let's see, what do we got here? We got PETG. PLA, PETG. I'm seeing if they got any Gucci filaments. PC, PLA. I think it's the same as the other box. Yeah, it's just a mixture of PLAs, PETG, ASA, and a PC spool. I was hoping for some space grade. I wanted some space grade filament for my space endeavors. Can't go to space without space grade filament now, can you? Okay, well, that was a fun little detour. I have everything but the printer. That sucks. That sucks. Oh well. Oh well. Core One max at 290. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, PPS is like a really nice filament. And I have, you know, the whole tool head on this guy is PPS. But it'd be really nice if it, you know, could do more. All right. Speaking of, okay, so let's go back to the Venture XL adventures, okay? Because today we're just doing calibrations and printing. Back to the Saturday story. Okay, so Saturday we end the stream. I couldn't get sensorless working. I said, screw it. We'll go back to mechanical end stops. So Sunday I woke up and I put mechanical end stops on the printer. Okay, so I took the old mechanical end stops. All I had to do was just cut off the wires and just recrimp them so they were 2 and 2 instead of a 4 plug. It worked really good. Plugged them in. They worked. I figured out the pins because the picture was wrong, but the actual example config was correct. So we got the pins. Physical end stops now work on the Venture XL. So now I can home in the XY and we're good. Okay, I had the motors backwards, so I had to unplug them, swap them, plug them back in. But other than that, homes XY beautifully. Okay, homes XY beautifully. Okay. And then I go to home Z. It's got a beacon in it now. Okay, beacon good. Beacon auto calibrate, enter. And I do a QGL, beacon auto calibrate, enter, and it comes down, and it errors out. Sample rate too high. It's not getting consistent Z. It's all over the place. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Okay, well, you know what? We'll just do. I'll deal with this later. We'll play around with it on stream or something. I'll just do the traditional beacon, right? Just use the inductive. So I get the inductive set up, and it works, but it's not. Something ain't right. Something ain't sounding right when this machine is homing to Z0. So then I do a bed mesh. Or I go to do a quick print, right? I do a QGL, I got my Z offset set, I go to do a quick print, the print looks like Garbo, okay? I'm like completely default settings, but it's like just mushing. It's like printing at a first layer, but only the first layer. Like the Z ain't going up, and I'm like, what's going on here? Because it's like over extruding like heck. It's like mushing this print into the bed. What do we have to do to make the A4T carriage fit on the CNC cartographer mount? What did we have to do to make that work? What did we have to do to make the A4T tool head fit on the beacon mount? What is different, or on the CNC cartographer mount? What is different? Lee Smith had it right. We had to do a little shaving. The A4T sits up higher in the stock Voron mounting pattern than the Stealth Burner. It sits up like 2-3 millimeters higher. This bed is very low. I didn't have enough Z travel. I was bottoming out in the back. My back two corners were bottoming out on the frame. Just enough to hit and not cause the belts to skip, so I didn't hear it. But they were coming down and basically just hitting. So I then spent the next like hour playing around with the bed, because it turns out I never really had the bed square. We had the bed level, but the bed wasn't squared to the frame. So I basically went around and did like, where is it? I know I have it in here. Where did I put it? Do I have it here? Did I get rid of it? Do I not have it in here? I think I have it in here. I don't know where. Okay, I don't know where I put it. I got my depth mic out and I went around and leveled the bed to the frame. And I also raised it up about 3 millimeters. So it's on spring still, but I leveled the bed up about 3 millimeters. You can see how good the bed mesh is here. It's within 0.3 millimeters across the whole bed. It's actually pretty flat. So I raised the entire bed up about 3 millimeters. I leveled the bed to the frame, and then I trammed the bed by doing a full bed mesh. And then once I had the bed mesh, take the bed off, look at the bed mesh, adjust the adjustment points to raise and lower them. Luckily, they are M3 screws. For those that don't know, the pitch on an M3 screw is 0.5 millimeters. That means each full rotation of an M3 screw either raises or lowers the screw by 0.5 millimeters. So if you have a corner that's like, you know, 7.75 millimeters low or high, you either loosen or tighten that screw 1.5 rotations and boom, it's at 0. So it's actually really easy to do that. It just do that, come back, do that, come back. It is what it is. Also, I added a dwell to the print start macro so that the bed has time to like get all homogeneous and whatnot, instead of just like hit temp and go. It heats up. It's like an 80,000 millisecond, or it's like an 8, or I don't know. It's got a dwell now. So then I did that. I was finally able to home to Z0 and do a QGL without the gantry bottoming out at the bottom of the frame. I was able to do beacon auto calibrate. So we're good there, finally. I added the macro for individual bed heating. So see how I'm printing in the middle of the bed now? I have a macro here. That's this. I can't remember who gave it to me. I think it was somebody on the Voron Discord, one of the Voron admins. I think this is actually stolen from Phoenix. I can't remember where. Wouldn't be the first thing that I've stolen from Phoenix on this printer. So I now have an adaptive bed. So if I'm printing something that's only on one of the beds, it will only heat up that one bed. But since I've been printing in the middle of the bed for everything, it's heating up all the beds. Yes, I know I'm wasting a lot of power doing it. It is what it is. So we did that. And then I did my input shaping, and the machine is rattling. The machine has always kind of had a rattle to it. And I thought it was the bottom panels. So I got my like double-sided foam tape, and I was like ready to go foam up these bottom panels to get rid of the rattle. It wasn't the bottom panels. Because I noticed this. You can't really see it in this video. You can kind of see it, but unfortunately this was after I fixed the worst one. So see that? That is because the machined pocket that the GE5C bearing sits in the carriage, the gantry to carriage mount point, it's supposed to be held in by these button head screws. Those button head screws have a chamfer like this. And those bushings, or the bearings, also have a chamfer like this. Well, guess what? If they were like this, they would lock in place. But because they have this chamfer and they're just only slightly overlapping, it could do this. So all my corners were loose. All my corners had play to them, which explains why I've been kind of fighting this weird inconsistent Z wobble for a bit for the machine, where it's not like out a lot, but I haven't been able to print like perfectly flat vertical surfaces because it's been like a little, and it's really noticeable on the R6 helmet that I printed. So I fixed it by installing washers on top. So I found these like lock washers or spring washers. I can't remember. Yes, my hand's shaking like crazy. But yeah, so I put some washers on top. So now it actually holds those bearings down. So now the bearings are good. We've got an input shape. We're doing a temperature print. We're gonna do a retraction, or we're gonna do a flow calibration. We're gonna do a pressure advance tune. And then, yeah, and it did clean up the input shape. It didn't actually change the input shaping too much, but the machine is actually much quieter now. There is much less rattle to the machine. So we got that going for us, which is nice. So yeah. So I'm happy there. I'm happy there. Let's see. So yeah, the shaking hand until you know something. Yeah. So this is the temperature tower that failed at 195. But as you can see, I normally print PLA at 220. And you could see that this hot end, it's not too bad there. It's not too bad there. And then as you get lower, it gets mushy. Like, look at the stringing. So yeah. What is holding the umbilical up? Hopes and dreams and piano wire. So there's piano wire that goes through that. It doesn't droop down lower than the X gantry, just so you're aware. It does not droop down lower than the X gantry. So, like, just to put in perspective, it's printing in the middle of the bed. It's, yeah. So there's a piano wire that comes out of the Bowden, and it ends like roughly about here. Because this is literally all I had left of piano wire. And then there's another piano wire that comes across here, and then it sticks right into there. So. So here's the thing. I didn't want it to be, I could have done like a pug at the back and had it come like vertically out of the back and then vertically down, but I didn't want to do that because I didn't want it like smushing against the top of the print frame when I enclose it. And if I'm ever printing near max set, I wanted to try and keep it as like not sticking up as high as possible. I gotta be really careful how I move my hands up and down when they're in that 45 to 90 degree angle. You gotta be careful on camera. So anyways, yeah, so I kind of wanted it to be like kind of flat out so that it would just kind of like that. And it does droop down ever so slightly, but only when you're all the way at the back, which is beyond the travel of the bed. So there's no pinch point at all because the actual bed itself, the bed itself is 600 by 600. I have 655 by like 620 of travel, and that's from 0, on the bed. So I have like 25 millimeters of travel in front of the bed that I'm not using. And then I have like another 55 millimeters of travel on the other side of the bed. that I'm not using. So this printer, I swear FiSec is probably like, somebody I think is working on an IDEX mod for it already. And I'm pretty sure FiSec is also planning to do an IDEX version of this, because there is so much extra room. You probably could have fit a 700 by 650 bed on this thing. The problem is nobody makes beds that big. So it makes sense to put a 600 bed because that's just 4 300 beds. It's a nominal size. You don't have to go down custom bed territory, but you could put a bigger bed on this. But it also means there's room for, I got to put a brush on this. I got to put a wire brush on here somehow. So I can do nozzle cleaning. There's a bunch of stuff I got to put on it. Or a purge bucket or IDEX. There's plenty of room for IDEX on this thing. So. Zoval Max 500 by 500. It does, oh, print done. So, as you can see, I am using adaptive mesh. I'm using the Klipper adaptive mesh that's built into Klipper. But one thing I added was this. If you Google it, it's called Camp Light. It's not an add-on, it's just a package of configs. So let me find it here. Camp Light. Klipper. There is, where is it? Where was it? I found it somewhere. Yeah, this. Okay. So this is it right here. Okay. I'll link this in chat here for those that want it. But essentially, you just download these 3 CFG files. Okay. So you download these 3 CFG files. You put them in a folder. Okay. That's called camp_light. Okay, so you just put these 3 files here. You don't do anything to them. You just copy and paste them in there. And then in your printer.cfg, you just put this right here, include essentially the folder camp light CFG. So it includes those 3 files. And it basically adds the adaptive purge line from camp into your built-in adaptive mesh. Simple as that. So your stream, your video stream is about 5 seconds. There is always about a 5 to 8 second delay. So is Camp Light a response to what? Camp Light is because the Klipper, the built-in camp in Klipper is only the adaptive mesh. So Klipper doesn't have camp in it now. Klipper just has adaptive mesh. So if you enable that, I still want the adaptive purge too. So this adds, Camp Light adds basically the adaptive purge, which is, so now you have the adaptive purge in a macro, and then you have built-in camp, or built-in adaptive mesh. Hey, look, that's done. Let's grab that off the bed. Also, you can't see it, but I have a tripod on here now, so I can actually move this camera around. Okay, so let's, okay, so we'll do that because that failed. Okay, class. Okay, class. Focus. I'll be honest. Like 185 looks the best. 185 looks the best. This is a 0.6 nozzle. I have never printed PLA at 185 since like my freaking Monoprice Select Mini days. I'm hearing a truck. Is there a truck outside? No, that's just my neighbor in his car. Dang it. I'm so disappointed. 190. So yeah, yeah, anything above 205 is too hot. Yeah, I'm thinking 190. 190 looks the best, I'll be honest. 190 looks the best. That's the smoothest top surface. Maybe 195. $190, I think. Go 200. Well, in terms of layer adhesion, like, so it broke on the 195, but that's also the middle. And that actually took some force to break. Let's do 200. Let's do 200. So, so let's go to MISC PLA. Just set it back to discard. Okay. So MISC PLA. Flow ratio is stupid low too. 200. 200. Okay. So let's do a flow ratio of 0.95. And then we will do a flow rate calibration. So flow rate, do pass 1. Just to get a rough idea, and then we'll do the more advanced one later. Don't need a brim. No brim. Okay. Yeah, what are we running for temperatures or fans here? Cooling. Yeah, I think it's 100. Yeah. No cooling first layer and then full fan after 3 layers. That's usually what I do. Okay, so set your flow rate to 0 and do pass 2 only. Do flow rate 1. Actually, yeah, we'll do 1. 1.0. Yeah. 1.0. Save. Okay. Slice plate. Well, we'll do this and then we'll switch over to the OLO. So we'll do this one and then we'll switch over to the YOLO. Also, as you can see, the webcam's working. To get the webcam working was quite simple. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. It was because I had to change this from dev video 0 to dev video 10. And that made the webcam work. So webcam's working now. I have the camera on the back of the printer. So the camera is in the back looking down from the front because I couldn't run the camera. The USB cable's not long enough to put in the front looking down. Put shake tune. What is shake tune? Shake tune. What is shake tune? Printer is massive. Yeah. Not that big. I mean, I can't zoom out a lot with this camera, but it's on a tripod, so I can move it around finally. So yeah, it's 600 millimeters cubed. So. It is rubbing a little bit there. One of these is rubbing, I think. It's only the one. And I can't see that one if it's rubbing or not because it's on there, but I actually have a tripod over here now, so I can finally see what's going on. And move this camera around. It is the cheapest tripod in the world. It's like one of those like $10 tripods, but I had it, so. I will say it is really quiet. It is surprisingly quiet. Like I can hear the Z motors going because I think I have interpolation off for the Z. So they do make a bit of noise when they're doing travels. But like, just to put in perspective, we'll wait till it's printing. Remind me once it actually gets to printing to turn off the noise canceling. I'm on the other side of a wall, to be fair. It's some blankets and whatnot hanging from the ceiling. So I am on the other side of a wall, but it is like stupidly quiet. I'll go away shake tune. So what is shake tune? What is shake tune? What does it do? Optimizes motor movements. Is it something you just kind of run and let it do its thing? More accurate. Okay. That sounds like I kind of just want to get the printer printing right now. So we'll do all these flow calibrations, and if we have time at the end of the stream, we'll put shake tune on it. Sound good? Sound good. Oh, I hear a truck. I hear a truck. I hear a truck. No, that's my neighbor. Dang it. Ah. No. That's my neighbor. Disappointed. I mean, I do have this. We can open this. Here, we'll open this. I'll give you guys something. Make sure I don't have my shipping address on it. We can open this. I got a goodie box from Jason from LDO Motors the other day, and I haven't done anything with it yet. As you can see, Canada Customs decided to inspect it. Customs inspected. What side did they open? I'm assuming that's the bottom. So let's open this. What's in the box? What's in the box? It's a box! The box contains a box. Documentation inside. Delta Flyer by LDO. I know we still got to build the stealth changer, but I'm actually a little bit more excited for this. Ooh. Ooh. TR6 hot end. Ooh. Also, I got to throw this out. This is a defective one. I got a better one inside the house. These are some really cool power supplies that LDO has now. I don't know if they're new, but this is the first time I'm seeing them. This is a 300 watt power supply that does 24 volts and 5 volts. So it does 275 watts of 24 volts across these three. And then it does 25 watts of 5 volt at 5 amp across this one. Look at that. Gallium nitride power supplies are awesome. This thing weighs so much. This is dense. But yeah, this is a really cool power supply. So if you're looking for, although I wish it did 48 volts. Delta Flyer mist kit. I'm not going to go through this completely because it's all nice and packaged. But we will kind of. What's the Big Tree Tech DZ01? What is the DZ01? Is that a new board? Big Tree Tech DZ01. What is that? BTT DZ01. What is the DZ01? That doesn't show up on Google. Big Tree Tech DZ01 controller. I have no idea what that is. Motor kit, linear rails. What is the DZ01? I've never heard of that controller before. So if you're wondering what that is, it's this. It's the it's a kit from Rolohan. It is a DIY Delta build. So we are going to be printing the parts and building this. I know there's the Stealth Changer build, but I want to do this first because I've never built a Delta. So yeah. 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 So it is a kit. It's just under 400 bucks. So if you want to know more about it, the Delta Flyer. So yeah, the mini Delta. Well, I never killed it. We were trying to get it working again, and then I realized this is kind of a crap platform, and I stopped working on it. I still have it. It's downstairs somewhere. I think I've stolen some stuff off of it, but. So it is a, it's 115 round. It's 115 round by 115 tall. 2020 extrusions, printed frame. It is enclosable. So yeah, this is a fun little thing. If you don't know who Rolohan is, you know what the Rook is. Oh, look at this little guy. It's cute. So yeah, that is the Delta Flyer. And we will be printing parts and building this thing. So the question is, what do I print it out of? And what colors? The D01 doesn't need, do you have a page for it? Link, if you have a spec sheet for it. Here, let me actually pull it out here so you guys can take a look. I've never seen this controller before from Big Tree Tech. And I quickly Googled it and nothing showed up. Oh, I'm hearing something outside. Yeah. So it's got an H616 on it. So it is running, it'll run Clipper on it. It's got a Wi-Fi chip. Got some big caps there. SD card. 1, 2, 3, 5 motors. Yeah, XYZ 1. Yeah, it's got 5 motors. Kingston. It's got Kingston, so it's got built-in eMMC memory. Oh, it's got an RP2040. And it's got the little RPI 2040 thing in there for the, what does it take? 48 volts? 24 volts. Huh! I didn't even know this was a thing. For like a little all-in-one board, that is really cool. Oh, I'm hearing barking. 1 second here. Let me guys give you something to look at. Okay. Who is borking? Are you borking, doggo? Hello! Oh, that's a big box.
Garage or?
Yeah, here, let me open up the garage. There, you just put it right there. I'll slide it in.
Not too heavy, it's just bulky.
Yeah, it's just a big box. Awesome. Okay, do I got to sign for it? Okay.
You want? Now they know it's you. Oh, awesome. What do you make?
Oh, I just got it online right now, so I'm just calibrating, but...
Oh, cool, Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Wow. How long did it take?
That, like 13 hours?
Really?
Yeah, it's on a big printer, so it's got a big nozzle. You can have it if you want.
Really?
Yeah, take it.
Oh, sure, thanks.
Yeah.
Very nice. Do you paint them too, or?
Sometimes. I do props occasionally.
I watched, you have to sand and then you paint, or
Yeah.
spray and take it off. I watched all those, but I want the metal ones for my car, like to make for my classic car.
Oh, like making metal. Oh, those are, they get expensive, and the
Yeah.
sintered metal is like cancer in a bottle too. You
Is
get
it still sand or is
it's very fine metal powder, so if you
Yeah.
breathe it in,
Yeah,
it's
I've heard
very
that.
bad for you. So
Is it not in coils like plastic or no?
there are some metal printers, but those are basically like MIG guns on a KUKA arm essentially. So it's an automated MIG welder.
Yeah.
So there are some, but those are like, there are some that use wire and lasers, but they get expensive quick
Yes.
too. They're not cheap.
But,
So
but they need ovens too. You don't need an oven for plastic.
no, not for, no, this is open air right now. So
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Well, I remember when they first came out, they were like, what, tens of thousands? Now you can get a cheap small one for a few $100.
this kit is like $2,000. And it, as you can see,
But
it's got,
big.
it's big. That one is prints half the size of this one. So the one you just dropped off.
Okay.
So anyways,
Oh, thanks.
cheers.
Have a nice day.
DHL guy was a little interested. Here, let me just clean it up. PCB way. I should have thrown in the PCB way ad spot there. Okay, hopefully I don't dox myself. Shipping label. Proudly made in the Prague, Czech Republic, European Union. It's sideways. They shipped it sideways. Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. Oh, relax. My dog is barking like crazy. One second. Coda, what are you barking at, buddy? What? 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 It's just me. There's nobody else here. Look. All gone. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. You good? Okay. There we go. Okay. Camera focus? It should be on So, voila. So there it is. It comes pre-assembled. For best unboxing expertise, check out our quick guide. There's a QR code on how to unbox it. But there you go. Core One L. Tomorrow. As much as I want to unbox that right now, tomorrow. We're saving that for tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's stream. Links in the description. Okay. Okay, so this is the DZ1. Unboxing now. It's 3 o'clock and I gotta end the stream around 4:35. We don't have enough time to do it properly. What we're gonna do is tomorrow, I'm gonna do a Wednesday stream tomorrow afternoon, okay? So tomorrow, we're gonna pick up the little guy from school. We're gonna do our little Costco run, come home, have an early dinner, and I will go live 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish, and we'll play around with that, okay? Tomorrow we'll be doing a Twitch stream in the morning. Or maybe a member stream. I don't know, one or the other, member or Twitch stream. And then whatever one I don't do tomorrow, we'll be doing it on Thursday, so. So this is the DZ1. Features an all-winner H616 SoC, quad-core Cortex A53 with a gigabyte of RAM, support Clipper running, RP2040, 4K HDMI. That actually seems like a, for relatively simple printers, depending on how much this costs, it seems like a pretty nice all-in-one board. And I think it has eMMC too. Or is that Kingston the RAM? Oh, the Kingston might be the RAM. I don't think it has eMMC. Control F, eMMC. Oh, it does have eMMC. Yeah, it does have eMMC. Well, I'll be. That's a neat little board. I don't think it's for sale yet. Neat. Put an AliExpress link. Did you? Oh. Oh, it's on AliExpress. Okay, but they don't have it on there. Okay, I don't think it's a $282. Yeah, I don't think it's $282. This is not Big Tree Tech, and this is not $282. There is no way this board costs more than this kit. So, yeah. Oop, auto power off. Uh-oh. Did I unplug it? I think I unplugged it. 1 second. No. On. You are, oh, that's why. Yeah, it helps if I plug in the power supply. There we go. There we go. Okay, back. Sweet. More than enough for Clipper out, yeah. CPU cores is the same as the Raspberry Pi. Ah, interesting. Yeah, it's an RP 2040, right? So that's actually this is a nice little board for this. So nice little board, nice little power supply. This seems like a pretty nice little solid option. Yeah. It seems like a nice little option for this. But the question is, why do I need the 5 volts? What runs on 5 volts then if this can take 24 volts in? Oh yeah, they sent me 2 of them. That's right. And these are both functional, but they had a minor issue with the design. So these have both been replaced with different ones that I have. Actually, I don't think these are for the kit. Those aren't for the kit. Those, they just, the power supplies that they sent me, the 24 volt, 5 volt ones, they just sent them to me to send them to me. They're not part of the kit, I don't think, because the kit uses an AC adapter. So they sent it to me and then they're like, oh wait, shoot, there's like a minor design issue we got to fix. So yeah, it's the Pico. Yeah. Sweet. So we got the Delta Flyer. So I got to print parts for the Delta Flyer. Good thing we got the PRUSA Core One L that I don't have the camera on, so you can't see, that we're going to be unboxing tomorrow. Guess what that's going to be printing a lot of over the next couple days. So yeah, we got that. We got that. This is printingly. Look at that. All good. All is good in the proverbial hood. The Delta Flyer bomb. It's a pretty simple bomb. BOM bomb. Okay. So, I was really hoping that that would have been delivered before the start of stream, but like, I don't want to rush it. We could unbox a Core One L, but I'm going to save it for tomorrow. We're going to save it for tomorrow. We'll have a full dedicated stream to the Core One L. So that'll be tomorrow's stream. You guys are going to get a lot of streams this week. We had the Twitch stream yesterday. There'll be either a Twitch or a member stream in the morning. You know what? I will let you decide. I will let you decide. I will let you decide. I will do a poll. Obviously, this is going to be impacted by the fact that you have to be a channel member. So if you want to be a channel member, consider becoming a channel member. Or you might luck out and somebody might gift you some memberships, because we have awesome people in the community that like to help out. So that's the wrong button. So, what stream tomorrow morn? Losing choice will be on Thursday. Okay. Only Benchy Yacht Club member stream. Which game stream? Which one do you want tomorrow morning? There will be an afternoon YouTube stream with the PRUSA Core One L. I will get that set up. I'll have everything all nice and cleaned off. I'll have a proper stream made up for it, and we'll do that. So I'm not going to do the Core One L in the morning because more people could watch an afternoon stream. And it won't be a crazy late afternoon stream. It'll be like 5 p.m. Eastern. So. Jeff gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it, Jeff. I so want to open the Core One L box. It's just sitting there tempting me. You have something from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Well, we'll be going later. Now, to be fair, disclosure, because this is a first run production Core One, I do have to do a firmware update on it before I can print. The production models that are, like, if you go buy a Core One L now, when you receive it, it will already have that firmware on it. But because these literally like rolled off the assembly line into the box out to reviewers really quickly, I have to flash firmware on it. So I'll have to do that, but you won't have to do that. I'll point that out too tomorrow. So I got a flash firmware on it. And also, let me see here. Let me discard. Let me open up PRUSA Slicer and see. They I don't know if they made it public, but they said the profiles would be public today. So I gotta check. If not, I gotta add the profile because they DM'd me like they emailed me like the pre-release profile for the Core 1L. I just want to see if it's configuration update is available. Yes. You guys can watch that, do that. Check for updates. Ooh. Oh, 2.94 RC1. Okay. Well, we'll stick with what we got. All right, so let's see here. Printer, add preset. Is the Core 1 L. Grant's already had it. Well, the email said to update the firmware, and I'll update the firmware. If I need to update it, I'll update it. If I don't, I don't. Simple as that. And then you got to do the belt tuning, which is really simple. I figured out how to do the belt tuning. It's home, control, calibration and tests. Where is it? It's like fan. No, where is it? Is it under settings? Manual belt tuning. Continue. Okay. Move the print head to the front. Okay. Continue. Address homing. Andy Miller, $20. Cheers and appreciated. Hey now, I can't wait. I can't wait either. Oh, yeah, there we go. Core 1 L. Oh, new printer's VIP. Oop. Maybe I shouldn't show that I have the VIP flag on my PRUSA account. Just in case I accidentally show something that isn't public yet. The upper belt will be measured first, then lowered. Use the knob to adjust the frequency. I think I already did the belts on this one. Oh, there we go. Right there. Lower belt frequency. Okay. And we're good. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, those ones are good. All right. So log in, PRUSA Reacher VIP, Core 1 L, high flow, 0.4 nozzle, and regular 0.4 nozzle. No, they don't have the silicone nozzle as an option yet, just so you guys know. There is no silicone option yet. Wait for it. It's loading now. Core 1 L. Oh, look at it. Look at it. TDX has a V2 of their USB tester out. What is What is that? What do you mean USB tester? B-Dog, it is, when it comes to gifted memberships, I do believe it is completely random, but I've also heard that if you are more active in chat, it has a higher chance. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing, I think. Okay, so which one looks the best? -5 looks the best. Negative. Okay, so all the positives are way over extruded. So let's get rid of the positives. Positives are way over extruded. You're over extruded, you're over extruded, you're over extruded. Okay. So these ones, all over extrusion. So 0, 5, 10, 15. Okay. Okay, -20, 0, -5, -15, -10. -10 might be a little too much. -5 might be a little much. So, go over here, go to Miss PLA. We will go to 0.95, save. Also, I did verify the E-steps for the extruder. The extruder is E-stepping correctly, just so you guys are aware. I checked that one the other day. So calibration flow rate, YOLO. Nope, I don't need a brim. No brim. So YOLO is basically you just add or subtract whatever the value is, and you're within range. 0.9523. What do you mean 0.9523? Oh, yeah, there's actually a math equation to it, but no, I was at 1. I started at 1. It was 1.0. I had it at 1.0. Didn't I? Could have sworn I had this at 1.0. I'm pretty sure I set it back to 1. I can go back in the stream. Like, I can go back in the stream and check. Yeah, it was 1. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 0.95. Yeah. So we'll go with, yeah. So we'll do that. Okay. Let me just, I just want to double check. Painted, no brim. There we go. Okay, print, upload and print. How's the ooze? Still got ooze issues at the end. I gotta play around with that end script, but otherwise. Yeah, these are definitely over extruded. Yeah. So we're gonna be running with a pretty low flow percentage, I think. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna do that. Delta Flyer. Delta Flyer. Oh yeah, it's gonna. What's it called? Rollo on Delta Flyer. Where is the, this one? Yeah. Quick start guide. project, wire knob, config. So here's the question. What are we going to, it doesn't say to, like, obviously we're going to print it out of ABS. Frame? Okay, top A, B, C. So PRUSA ASA, 0.2 structural. Look how much room you have. Oh my God, this is nice. This is nice. So much room for activities. And then how strong do you got to print it at? So 4 walls, 25% infill. So 25% infill, 4 walls, 5 top, 5 bottom. So Voron settings basically, but a little less infill. How long would a PRUSA Core One L? Uh, 12 hours. 12 hours. So if you're wondering what the Core One L is going to be doing, tomorrow afternoon we're going to unbox it. Okay, we're going to unbox it. We're going to set it up. We'll do some PLA testing just to make sure it's working. And then it's going on my shelf and it's going to be doing nothing but printing ABS and ASA parts for the Delta Flyer. It's going right into production. It is going right into production. So, yeah. And then whenever it's done printing the parts, then I will make a video on it. I think that's a pretty fair assessment of the printer. I think that would be a pretty good way to test it, because it's advertised as Unbox and Go production machine. So Unbox and Go production. So here's the question: what are the colors we're going to use? What color? Because there's really not a lot of accent parts on this thing. I mean, you got those 4. So we got, it looks like these parts right here are accent colored. And then, yeah. I mean, you don't have to do it accent colored. What color should we go? Core One L? Yeah, I got Luke. Oh, Luke, did you just get here? Luke, you just got here, didn't you? So, about 20 minutes ago, that showed up. So, that showed up about 20 minutes ago. So. Also, yeah, we did the temperature tower, and we're at 200. Wait, what's going on here? Why aren't you printing? Why aren't you printing? What's going on here? Cancel? Nope. Go back. Pause. I need more of a purge, I think. I need a longer purge. Okay, you know what? Cancel. Cancel print. I'm gonna do a bigger purge. 1 second. Let's play around with some settings here. I gotta do a bigger purge. Okay, let's go around and play with some settings here. Let's do some purge settings. Okay. Camp light line purge. So how do I make this longer? Oh my God, flow rate by that, cross section. Oh my God. Okay. Sweet baby Jesus, look at all that G code. How do I make it purge more? If purge y origin equal, oh my, else if travel speed, oh my God. Remember when a purge line was like 3 lines of G code? Yeah, where's verbose enable purge height? If, else. Okay, G0, GX, purge center, purge white, origin, purge height. It's up above. Purge amount. Oh, okay. Amount. Okay. Purge amount printer, purge amount float. So set purge center, max purge XY, purge amount divided by 2. There's also a purge there, purge amount there. Oh, here you go. The amount. What are we purging? We're purging 30. What does 30 mean? Is this 30 millimeters? 30 millimeter cube? What variable are we talking about here? There we go. Save and restart. More purge. I will take more purge any day of the week at the start of a print to ensure that everything is good. Also, I need more lighting over here. This is going to be a problem. I need to get more lighting over on this side of the garage if we're going to be doing more printer stuff on this side of the garage in the future. Looks like tomorrow morning is the member stream. Okay, so tomorrow morning we're going to be doing the Only Benchy Yacht Club member stream. So if you're a channel member and you are if you're a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you find the Twitch channel, Nero3D on Twitch, and give it a Prime sub and then link your Twitch account with your Discord account, you get access to the streams too. See, yeah, oh yeah, you can see the frame rate in ISO. Yeah, look how fuzzy that is. I mean, I can put this light over here. Actually, one second. Going on an adventure, going downstairs. Let's go downstairs. Where are you? Where'd it go? Where'd that light go? I had a USB light. Where did I put it? Why am I humming? Oh, really? Really now? Well, this is annoying. I had a USB light that I could just grab. Now I don't know where I put it. Never mind. Oh, wait. Ah, here it is. You. And I shall grab. Where is it? Is it? I'll grab you. Oh, wait. You charged? Recharged? Yeah, you're charged. You'll do. You will do. There we go. There we go. Okay, 1 second. What are we doing? Oh, we're heating up the nozzle. There we go. You go there. Plug in there. On. Brighten this up. There we go. More bright. Does that make much of a difference? Yeah, it does. There we go. There we go. Wow, I had it on the wrong camera the entire time. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. See how good the Core One L is? Well, here's the thing. Theoretically, the Core One L should be as good as a Core One, just bigger. Because like the actual motion system is the same. It's the same XY motion system, just bigger. Same extruder. On paper, it should be as good as this, just bigger. Unfortunately, it's got to go on this shelf. I can't have it fit up here. So tomorrow on the member stream, you're going to be hanging out while I do housekeeping so I can make room for this thing because I want it to live right there. So see where I got the V2? That V2 is going to move to the middle and the Core One L is going to live there. Make sense? Makes sense. So. There we go. That's enough purge. That's enough purge. Little nugget. Wouldn't expect a small. Well, here's the thing, like compared to a lot of the other printers, remember, price is a big thing a lot of companies are fighting on right now. I know it, unfortunately I don't have a 3D camera or a infrared camera, so I don't have like my own proprietary image for this, but like the only thing I can show is PRUSA's image that they have here. But like for example, you could probably guess which printer this is, but they use basically like the same kind of heating element you find in a hot plate for their printer beds. This is the Core One L. So yeah. Did you have to raise the beacon? I did. I machined off like, or I didn't machined, I printed a template and cut off the bottom of that. So yeah, so the Core One L actually has like it's a dual stage heater, I think they said. So yeah, so it's consistent heating across the bed. And then also they have extra magnets in the corners because they actually used machine pockets for the magnets to sit in. They don't use like a sticker magnet. They actually have the magnet machined into the bed, and they have extra magnets in the corners. So corner warping up should be very, very minimal. So yeah, they use like, it's kind of like the Mandela bed. And then also they have fans under the bed as well for taking the air, like sucking up cold air from the bottom of the printer frame or enclosure, blowing it across the bottom of the bed, heating that up, and basically creating a convection current in the printer. So yeah, so you can see they have fans sucking up air. So active chamber convection. Yeah, it's basically like the Nevermore. If it works, it works. Works, I agree, it works. Yeah. Like, here's the thing, like, it's funny when you see a company advertise like, hey, our printer has a chamber heater in it and we can get to 60 Celsius. And then PRUSA doesn't have a chamber heater and people are like, oh, how come it doesn't have a heater? And it's like, well, our chamber gets to 60 Celsius. Yeah, but you don't have a chamber heater. It's like, why would we need one if our chamber gets to 60? Like, if anyone's played around with a lot of the Asian market Core XYs, the enclosures on them are kind of leaky. They leak a lot of heat. So they have to add chamber heaters to them to basically make up for the heat loss. So if you design the printer to be pretty well enclosed, and you take advantage of the heating element you already have in all 3D printers, the bed, it makes a lot of sense. So, and then also, you can always just throw a blanket on it. The reflection is making, that first layer looks horrible on the camera. It's not that bad. It's just the reflection. It's just the lighting. We're on Pika block 600 for the day. Dang. Regular hits 75 cm. I tried it with just the bed. Yeah, like this guy right here gets pretty toasty inside. And it's just a regular Trident for the most part, other than like, you know, the takeoff tool head and all that. Also, it comes with a camera. It comes with a camera. It comes with a camera. Actually, is the PRUSA they gave me, is it the new filament or the old filament? Is it the new PRUSA or the old? Do I got the NFC stuff on these ones? No, it's the old spools. Yeah, it's the old spools. The new spools have the NFC tags in them. Our heated chamber units that we do 80 bed, 80 chamber. DL for ABS, yeah. Well, it's like, what is it, Stratasys? They don't have chamber heaters in their chambers for their peak printers. They just have a bed that gets to like 200 something. The bed itself is the heating element for the chamber. So if they could do it. Oh, and if anyone wants to see the load while this printer is printing, there's the load from the H-top when it's doing its thing. So not too bad, plenty of overhead. It's not being stressed or anything. So we're happy there on the Pi 2. We have a Stablot Pro for a customer that does 240. I'm assuming they're I can speak English. They're printing Peak, I'm assuming, or Ultim or something like that. They baking bread? Well, maybe. I mean, I know people use printers to proof their whatchamacallit, their for like yeast and whatnot, or what's it called? I can't remember what it's called, for proofing their bed, letting it rise or whatever. Yeah, proofing the dough, yeah. Okay, turn both screws. I love how the adjustment for the PRUSAs, because I'm tuning the belts on the other printer now that I know how to do this properly. Turn both screws, tighten 2/8 of a turn. Now, I may have failed high school math a couple times. Not the same one, different ones. But 2/8 of a turn is a quarter turn, right? It's like, why 2/8 of a turn? It's a quarter turn. So tighten both screws, a quarter turn. Okay. Go from there to there. Go from there. There. Okay. Continue. Belt tension calibrated. Done. Easy peasy. That is the easiest way to do belt tension on any printer. Oh, it's 25th. It's 25/100th of a turn. That's, of course. It's the same as 100/400th. No, the whole PRUSA auto calibrate your belt tension using the built-in lights, the strobe, to watch the belts vibrate, and then it just goes, yeah, tighten this belt this much, tighten this belt this much, you're good. I just did the belt tension on that. Clipper, can we get that in Clipper? Can we time that? It's like motor timing, right? You got to get a strobing light. Some 8-quartered walnuts. Okay, all these kind of look like over extruded ass, not gonna lie. So yeah, so the member stream tomorrow, for the channel members, Patreon supporters, Twitch subs, will be tomorrow morning, probably around 11 a.m.-ish. And we will be cleaning. I got to clean off this shelf here so we have room for the XL, or the Core One L. I'm not a fan of the name. That is the first thing I will say. The Core One L, I get it. It's the larger Core One, but it doesn't roll off the tongue. Like the XL is just the XL. But now you have the Mark IV, the Mark IVS, the Mini, the Core One, the Core One L, and then the XL. But what else would you have called it? Because you can't call it the Core One S, because S is just like a midlife upgrade for the model. Core One Plus. Plus could have worked, Core One Plus. But that doesn't fall into any of the PRUSA naming conventions. I don't know. Coral. Coral! It's a coral. Oh, we now have a name for it. It's coral. Coral! So it is the coral. Coral! Well, I don't think you'll ever see a Core One S as in smaller, because the thing is, making Core XY bigger doesn't really add much to the cost for the most part. You're just making a big, like, it's the motors, it's still the same motors, it's just longer belts. It's still the same number of bearings. The rods are a little bit longer, the frame is a bit bigger, the bed is bigger, obviously, but like, it doesn't scale more expensively to go bigger as you would think, but it doesn't scale more cheaper to go smaller. Because like, if you wanted to make a smaller Core One, like say you wanted to make a Core One Mini that was like a 180 bed, okay, using like the bed from the PRUSA Mini, the price would still be pretty expensive because you still need custom tooling for all the sheet metal stamping and bending and all that jazz, okay? The cost of the motors is going to stay the same. The cost of electronics is going to stay the same. The cost of the power is going to stay the same. The cost of the screen is going to stay the same. Like, it doesn't scale negatively linearly, right? Because it would be cool to see a Core One Mini. It would be cool to do a Core One Mini with the 180 bed from like a PRUSA Mini. That would be kind of cool. but I don't think it would only be like a little bit cheaper than a Core 1. I don't think it would be that much cheaper. Check my Discord if I want cool printers for 2026. Yeah, just so you know, Luke, if you DM me during a stream, I don't Discord disables notifications when I'm streaming. Keep it secret, keep it safe. Ooh la la. Luke is being naughty and teasing me right now. Ooh la la, Luke. Ooh, look at those fancy doors. Look at them fancy doors. If you get it within that price point, ooh la la. Ooh la. Oh, you cheeky bugger. Oh, you cheeky. Oh, I see what you got under there. I see what's under there. Oh, you cheeky. Cheeky. Luke is cooking up some stuff. I gotta come visit you at some point. Treedex USB cable tester with the... Oh, I should probably get one of these at some point. Considering how screwed over I've been with USB cables lately, I should probably get one of those. Project Redwood. I can't tease. He told me not to tease. Although, to be fair, I haven't signed an NDA. But that's how you burn bridges, and you don't want to burn bridges. Lurf 2026. Luke Slab for our Fest. Have you had any more fun with the Milo? I have it. You can see it. Oh, actually you can't because I don't have the camera aimed on it. It's on the other side of the garage. TLDR, the problem with the Milo is I never had a place set up to use it regularly. I used it a couple times for a little, like just adding holes to stuff or just machining some stuff here and there. But the problem was the cleanup because I didn't have an enclosure for it. And I had it originally like right here and it made a flipping mess every time I used it. So then I moved it to the other side of the garage and I never had like a shelf to put it on or whatever. So it's like the Carvera. I need to find a use to justify it, which with the R2 project or with the Astromech, I call it an R2, it's an R6. The Astromech I'm building, I will be using the Carvera and hopefully the Milo as well to machine some parts, hopefully. So I gotta learn CNC. I want to make some aluminum parts for the droid, essentially. But I need to get the other side of the garage set up, which it's actually getting there now. I need to build shelving. I need to build a workbench on that side of the garage because right now, I will show you. Let me zoom out. That zoomed in. Okay, so the problem I have is this bench, I have a sheet there because I was giving away candy from Halloween in here and I didn't want the CNCs visible, so I threw a sheet over it. But that bench right there is not sturdy enough to support a CNC doing CNC stuff. It's wobbly. So there's that bench, and then I have this plastic bench here, which isn't a bench, it's shelving. So I need to build like an actual proper like L sturdy workbench because I want a paint booth here for painting and sanding and whatnot. So I need to put a paint booth in right there. And then I want a bench that goes from, because this is where this printer is going to live, because this is like the only spot it can live. So I need a bench that goes from there to that wall and then a paint booth here. So I need to build those and get those set up so that I can properly do this stuff. So that's why. How am I going to vent the paint booth? Open my garage door a little bit. The garage door is right there. So I don't want to put a hole in my garage door to vent it out. I do have a hole in this door, and I could theoretically run like a tube all the way down to over there, but then it would vent out into my backyard, and I kind of don't want to with the dog. So I might just vent it into filters. We'll see. We'll see. If I had a garage, it would be filled with printers in it. Well, this is my garage, and it's filled with printers. So right now, out in the garage, we've got 2 Vorons, 1, 2, 3, 4 Prusas. Both these printers, like the VZ Bot and the Magneto X, I might retire away because I'm not using them. The VZ Bot, everything that I was going to be printing on the VZ Bot is pretty much being printed on the big guy now, the Venture. And the Magneto I haven't used in like a year. So the Magneto, I might, take the screen off and reuse it for something, but take the screen off that. How does the screen come off that? How's that even held on? Because it was rattling. How's that even held on? I gotta figure that out. But yeah. I mean, there's still the failed print that I last printed on it, still on it. I had high hopes for that, but it's just the linear motors were just too fickle. Retire the Pantheon to my shop. No, I like the Pantheon too much. The Pantheon, it only really gets used when I'm printing Gucci filaments, but it prints the Gucci filaments really good. Like, for example, the tool head on this printer right here, that's PPS. That's POLYMAKER PPS CF10, and I printed that on the Pantheon. So anytime I got to print the Gucci expensive filaments, Pantheon. It works really good at that stuff. I have a 3,000 square foot house and a 3,000 square foot basement under it. My house is 1,100 square feet. And it's a raised ranch. So it's technically an upstairs and a downstairs, but it's a raised ranch. So the basement is only like 3 feet in the ground, but it's still a basement. But it's 1,100 square feet top bottom. Or 1,100 top, 1,100 bottom. So. Like my garage is it 15 by 20? It's 15 by 20. So I think it's 15 by 20. Yeah, it's 15 by 20. Yeah, so my garage is 300 square feet. So 3 of my garages is my house, basically. Because part of my house is the entrance area, which is just a foyer, which is just an entrance. So 3 of my garages is my house. So my house isn't that big, but it's paid off, almost. The Ukrainians are using a Pantheon. Do you have a picture or proof of that, Riffraff? Like, honestly, like, you guys know how I like making on-location videos and all that? Like, where I like doing tours and whatnot? Like, on my, like, bucket list of a video I would love to do for the channel is to go to Ukraine and do a video on the in-house drone production there. I would love to do a video with how they use additive in Ukraine against the Russians. I would love to do a video on that. I wouldn't doubt it. I do know Pantheon does do business with the DoD, and the DoD has provided material support to the Ukrainians. So I wouldn't doubt that they have a Pantheon because the US government buys them, and the US government gave the Ukrainians a bunch of stuff. So I'm assuming some made it over there. I've seen Prusas over there. I've seen pictures of bamboos over there, Centauri carbons, you name it, they have them. So. The actual goal mission statement for the printer for NATO missions. Yeah, it's surprising, like, in field manufacturing is one of those things, because like for the drone stuff, it makes sense because they're out there and resupply is not always on schedule and not guaranteed. So it's like, here's a bunch of drone frames and electronics. we'll get you something to strap to it at some point. And then like a week later, oh, here's some RPG warheads. Okay, well, I guess we have to make an adapter for it. Well, 3D printing on site. Like that's like, or repairs on site or whatever. Like in field, like if you've been to Rapid or whatever, there's quite a few companies at Rapid, at the trade shows, the industrial trade shows, that their big thing was like on location, in field, like in your fob manufacturing, like metal printing and whatnot, right? Printing tow hooks and like being able to make metal components on site, on location is a huge thing. So legitimately have a friend that trains drone pilots in Ukraine to give you. I don't know how I would go about starting that conversation with somebody like that. And the fact that, you know, my mom, put it this way, my mom freaked out when I told her I was going to Prague. I don't think she would appreciate it too much. You know, I don't want to put that much stress on her heart. Be like, hey, Mom, I'm going to Ukraine. But I would love to go. It is a beautiful country. Just got to get all the Russians out of it. How's this coming along? Okay, I got a feeling we're going to have to be dropping the... I'm surprised the flow rate is so low, but I guess that makes sense. Look up wild bees, yeah. I've done a couple monetary donations to a couple groups over there. What are you using for motion system on that printer? Because it's got to be able to take a beating. Remember. You doing belts and whatnot? Yeah. Because remember, with it, remember, if it's military grade, that means you need to assume an idiot is going to drop it. As much as that sucks. Ooh, mill goes there. Ooh, look how much room for... You have more room, Luke, in that picture you just sent me, you have more room in that picture than I have in my entire garage. I got no room. Dual Mark Forged? Okay. Visited Kyiv before he started all this. Yeah, like there's a few YouTubers I watch and whatnot that do coverage on that kind of stuff, and a couple of them went over there last year, I think, or earlier this year, and filmed some videos about like the stuff they were donating money for and raising funds for. And it's like, oh, it's a beautiful city, and then you go to like Lviv or Kherson or something, and it's like, oh, it's a great city, and then you see buildings all bombed down. It's like freaking. You have 120 by 60 foot space. Nice. About to throw an A4T. I'll be honest, I'm actually really digging the A4T so far. It was very simple to put together. It's literally like outside of the carriage, it's like 2 printed parts. There's 3 printed parts. There's the main body, the adapter for the extruder, and then there's like a fan shroud. So to print it, if you already have a carriage that'll fit like a stealth burner carriage, so if you have a carriage that you're mounting a stealth burner to, right? You already have a stealth burner on your printer, and you want to swap the stealth burner out to an A4T, and you don't care about RGB. It's 3 printed parts. That's it. And a filament cutter. I don't have a filament cutter on it for one big reason. I'm not going to bother with it. I originally was going to have the box turtle that I built on this printer. We are not going to do that anymore because I'm going to put boosters on it, and hopefully the Victory Tech ones for filament rollover, because I want a booster on it so I can feed the 3 kilogram spools a lot easier, especially with the longer filament feed path I have now in it. And I just want filament rollover. I'm not going to be doing multicolor prints on a printer this big. I just want rollover. That's all I wanted was rollover. So if I can do booster and rollover at the same time, I'll just do booster. So, yeah. Burgers are perfect for a top 10. Yeah. It is funny, like, what was it? Like, just before all the Ukraine shit popped off, I did a video with, like, the DJI drone using, like, the turn the lights on to activate a servo to drop stuff. And then like 6 months later, this happened. Okay. I am going to say -0.3. -0.4. That's -0.4. -0.4 is where it's at. -0.4. So -0.4 is our flow rate adjustment. So, yeah, -0.4. So we go in here. There we go. So now, calibration, retraction test. Print, upload and print. I know we were chatting about upgrading my Mark III to Mark III 5. Got any recommendations I should check out? I haven't really kept up with all the dates and the advancement over the years. So here's the thing, Sutton. If you go from if you have a Mark III and you upgrade to a Mark 3.5, if that's your only printer, that's what I would do. Okay. The Mark 3.5 gives you input shaping. It's going to allow that Mark III to go a bit faster. You're going to be held back a little bit by the original Mark III hardware. So like the hot end isn't a high flow hot end, and the extruder isn't as good as the next extruder. I really love the next extruder. It's a great hot extruder in my opinion. But you're still going to get a good boost in performance on the printer. It's going to be a more capable printer with more modern features. You're going to have web connectivity, so you can monitor it with the cloud app, or you can just transfer files to it over your network if you want. It depends what you're using with your printer. Because a lot of the time, like if people come up to me like, hey, what printer should I buy? What are you going to be using your printer for? If it's like, I'm just going to print the odd random knickknack every couple of months, I'm going to tell you just get like, just keep it simple. You don't need to go crazy. Yeah. .96. Shuffle, we already dropped it from 1 to 9.5. So we dropped it from 1 to 9.5, and then with the final calibration told us to drop it another 0.04. So we went from 9.5 to 9.1. So. The compact is conductive. The compact is its own thing. The compact, you need to have a heater on, or the compact is what you want to put if you have a standard printer. So if you have like a Voron and you want something where you can just take out your current hot end and put in a new one, and you want a high flow, that's really cool, put the tube compact in there. Also, if you want to buy a tube compact, use code Canuck at Luke's Lab and save 5%. But yeah, it's air cooled. It's air cooled. There, you can see the fan in the front. Pick up P1S recently because of sale at Micro Center can't. Yeah, if you can pick up a P1S just by itself for 400 bucks, that's a great value. Like, not gonna lie, a P1S at 400 bucks is a great value. Is that with or without the AMS? Is that with or without the AMS? But even without the AMS at 400 bucks, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Like, for the majority of people, it's when you come to me and you're like, hey, I need something for school, or I want to do a print farm, or I need it for a business, or I'm going to be doing a lot of printing. Then it gets a little bit harder to recommend, just like the go-to stuff. P1S supports the Pika hot end. Yeah, the P2S uses the same hot end as the A1, which is the same hot end as the H2. Bamboo Lab, 5 printers, 4 hot ends. Pick a standard and stick with it, guys. Got any chocolate? I got a bunch of chocolate. I got to print the parts so I can do the Cocoa Press upgrades still too. Did you see the silicone printing in Prague? How are they curing the silicone? UV? It's a two-part silicone. So A and B part, you mix it together in the nozzle. It's a mixing nozzle, and then it causes a chemical reaction, and it hardens or solidifies, or whatever the proper term is, over like 8 minutes, I think. So the problem with the silicone printing is you have to continuously print. It's not like you can pause the print and resume it later. Yeah. CPC, the FlashForge 85X 4-color Core XY is 270. Dang. Okay, see, what's going on? What is going on there with that purge? Well, seems to be going good now. Oh, I think my retract is too much. I think I have too big of a retraction. Let me double check here. My print end retraction is probably too much. And I think it's causing a clog, or not a clog, but macros, print end, load filament, print end. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's why, yeah, it's retracting way too much. That's why. Save. There we go. So it's causing not a heat creep jam, but it's causing like a minor like flow rate issue. So each layer is 8 minutes. No, it's not each layer is 8 minutes. It's just for it to bond properly, you basically need to continuously print. You can't just stop and then print again, because then you're printing uncured silicone on cured silicone, and it doesn't bind as well. So you need to basically continuously print. Polymerize is probably the right term. Yeah, for polymerize, it's probably the right term. You're right. But yeah, it's basically that. What time are we at? We're at 4:15. Don't forget, at the end of stream, we're doing our giveaway of a spool of filament from POLYMAKER. So enter for your chance. Do this now. We'll be doing the draw at 5 o'clock. And then tonight, I think I'm doing barbecue teriyaki pork with rice, I think. I'm trying to remember what I think I'm doing. Yeah, barbecue teriyaki. Cheers, Slaughter. Can the silicone be used alongside thermoplastic for support? Yes. However, you have to be aware that filament will not stick to silicone. So you could print, like say you wanted to print an arch out of silicone, you could print a PLA support and lay the silicone down on top of the PLA, but you cannot print any of the filament on the silicone, okay? So you can, like, you know, print something up, have a slot in it, and then fill that slot with silicone for a gasket. But you can't print silicone and then print, you know, something PLA on top of it, okay? Because they will not bind. They will not bind. So you can print the silicone on the plastic, okay? But you can't print the plastic on the silicone. It will not stick at all. So you'd basically just be like asking to make a cloud of death, essentially. Orange chicken with broccoli and rice. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, nothing sticks. Yeah, so you're... Okay, this is looking much better. If you remember, Luke, the image of so we're at 200 on the PLA instead of 215. So that means I'm really gonna have to drop my temperature for our PET G. I'm I'm gonna have to do another temperature test for the PET-G. So. Yeah, because the PET-G one was very oozy. Or the PET-G when I did the dome was really oozy, so. On this one, this is the Luke's Lab Tube Compact. You need to drop the temps, yeah. Or print volume. Yeah, the 0.8 was just an ooze fest. I mean, if we get this work, and I could go back up to the 0.8, but I'm actually kind of happy with the 0.6. The towers barely look. Yeah, like I got a feeling I'm going to be fighting wisps with this kind of hot end, like a ultra high flow. Would you consider it ultra high flow or just high flow? Anyways, a big flow hot end with a fat nozzle, it's going to be a little wispy. I don't think there's really any way to get around it. So it's one of those things. Also, I haven't tried the filament runout sensor yet. I got to check that at some point. I got to check the filament runout sensor on this. I haven't actually tested it yet. It's medium flow at best. I have it set for max flow of 45 millimeters cubed right now. This is a Diamondback nozzle. Steve Weatherman. I do have a Diamondback in here. It's a Diamondback V6 0.6. We do our production prints at 80 to 90 millimeters cubed. What temp? Okay, so what material and what temperature are you printing at? So this is going from 0 to 3 millimeters of retraction. I got a feeling no matter what, it's going to be a wispy. Although I think it's starting to clear up a bit. So we'll find out. ABS 310. Well, you're just chooching with that much filament though. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Yeah, 180 is way too cold for PET-G. 180 is way too cold for PET-G. Yeah, it doesn't stop. Oh yeah, if you're printing like solid blocks that big, yeah, you just want to fire hose that filament just. Oh geez, here we go. Luke, we got our wireless hot ends are coming. So sent out 10 megajoules of power over 1 kilometer, and they received 1.1 kilowatt. That is a lot of losses. Holy shit! But still. Is this at NASA? This is on the space shuttle runway, I think. 1.1 kilowatts of power beamed wirelessly. Oh, that'll be... There we go. Wireless hot ends soon. That doesn't make sense. Luke, it's science. Do you see how purple this is? This is advanced. This is advanced science. It's DARPA. What do you expect? Doesn't say kilowatt hours. It just says kilowatt. Oh. Potato, tomato. Luke's having an aneurysm. Directed energy weapons. Metal Gear. We have 0 point. Yeah, no, we just need 0 point. Oh, hey, look, it's cleaning up. No, stop. Units matter so much here. Luke, they are transmitting 1 unit of power. Okay? It's 1. It's 1.1. They sent out 10 and they received 1.1. How is that hard to comprehend? Like to order 1.1 powers, please. It's like, has anyone seen the video of it's like a little kid helping her dad cook? And it's like, how many tomato? Many! Several. What size nozzle? This has a 0.6 nozzle, and the profile I am aiming for this printer is a 0.6 nozzle at 0.6 layer height. So that gives me enough flow that printing at normal Voron speeds just about caps out at 45 millimeters cubed. So the goal is I want to be able to print big things with still pretty good detail, but pretty quick. So we're doing a retraction test, and I got a feeling because there's such a big melt zone in here, 0.6 over 0.6, 0.6 and 0.3, sorry, 0.6, 0.3. So 0.6 nozzle, 0.3 layer height. Yeah, sorry, 0.6, 0.3, which is, I tried with a 0.8 and 0.4, but while it works pretty good on vertical surfaces, the moment you have anything kind of curved, you take a pretty big hit, and especially if you're going to post-process stuff, which I think a lot of stuff printed on this printer is going to be stuff I'm going to post-process, like cosplay stuff or astromech stuff. Taking a little bit of hit in terms of, like, you know, going from a 0.4 nozzle at 0.2 layer height to a 0.6 nozzle at 0.3 layer height is a pretty big jump. 0.8 and 0.4 I don't think is as big of a jump, but it also, you take a pretty big hit in like stair stepping for print quality. And yeah, so I think the 0.6 is a good middle ground where we're going to be able to print a bit faster, which when a big machine, you want to use as much, you know, you want to speed it up as quick as you can. But yeah. Okay, let's grab this. This test doesn't tell me a lot. It does, it tells me a bit. It tells me a bit. Also, you got to remember there's a bright camera shining on it, so it's going to look worse than it is. Also, the wisps aren't as bad as you think. They're just really fuzzy. They are just, like, you can see, they're just, it's not that bad. it's not that bad at all. So it looks like we're just gonna have wisps. There's really no setting that really gets rid of it, but it does seem, oh, where's my scale? I gotta find my scale. There is a clean point. There is a line I could see. Is my scale over here? It is over here. So it's actually pretty clean at the bottom. If you could see, at the bottom, it's actually the cleanest. See at the bottom? So at the bottom, it's the cleanest. So let's see here. What is the math on this? What is the math on this? Calibration, retraction test. So 0.1, so every 0.1 millimeter. So every layer is 0.1 millimeter. Did I print at 0.2 layer height or 0.3? Yeah, 0.2. Yeah, slice. So first layer 0.2. Yeah. So is it every 0.1? Is it, what is it? Retraction speed. Retraction speed is like 45, I think. Yeah, so retraction is 40. And the distance is default 0.8. Recommend nozzle size. Yeah. I mean, so let's see. So it is approximately like 3 millimeters up. See retractions there? Yeah. So if you go back to this calibration retraction test. So step is 0.1. So is it every 0.1 millimeter it goes, wait, what is, let me pull it up here. Orca, slicer, calibration. Let me see what the math is for this. Temperature, flow, pressure advance, retraction. Okay. What is the math here? So, okay. In the dialog, you start retractions. The default values is 0 for the retraction starting 2 million of that. These values are super for both. Yeah, but what's the actual calculation here? So what is the step? Is it like each one of these is the step? Like, see how it's got the little lines? Each ridge is 1 millimeter of retraction. Is it each ridge is 0.1 millimeter of retraction? And 1.1 of these values are super. Oh. Each notch is each step. Okay. So, look at this. So you can see what I mean. At the bottom, it's the cleanest. So at the bottom there, it's the cleanest. So how many ridges do we got here? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like, so it's like 3 ridges. So it's like 0.4. Yeah, so 0.4 for retraction. So 0.4 for retraction. Wait, no, that's filament. Okay, so now I think the last thing I have to do is a, I already did a pressure advance. Should I redo the pressure? I did a pressure advance yesterday. I did input shape and then pressure advance. Should I read? I'm going to redo the pressure advance. Calibration. Pressure advance, PA line. Yeah, let's just double check. Yeah, we'll redo the pressure advance. Actually, should I have calibration? Right. 6 minutes. Take 2 seconds to do that. I do not use firmware retractions. I don't think I've ever used. I haven't used firmware retractions since that was like a new thing on the rep wrap. Like, I haven't done firmware retraction since like rep wrap. I ran rep wrap, and it's been like 3 years since I've had a printer with rep wrap on it. So, why line pattern? Line pattern I find visually the easiest to just look at, because you just look at the lines, and whatever line is the most consistent across it is the one you go with. So you just look at it and you go, oh, this line right here is the best looking, and that's your value. I find line is the easiest one for me, and it's quick. It's like 6 minutes. Retractions on infill. Where, I think I have that disabled. Where is that setting in? Where is that setting in here for no retractions on infill? Is there a setting for that? Because I'm pretty sure it's, oh, here we go. Reduce infill retraction. Yeah, it's enabled. I have it enabled already. Yeah. So don't retract when travel is entirely in the infill area. Yeah, so I already have that enabled. Yeah. So. You have to shit ton about the what? Power unit thing in your Discord. What did you yap about? Oh. Oh, they sent out 10 megajoules of total energy. They don't list the time that they sent it out power out. They just said the total was 10 megajoules energy. Then they say that they received 1.1 kilowatts energy or power rate. That's energy per second. Without knowing the total time they sent out the 10 megajoule energy or the total received, the power post is meaningless. Put it this way, if they sent out 10 megajoule of energy over 9,000 seconds and got 1.1 kilowatt energy during that time, it would be an efficiency of 1 in, 1 out. If they sent out 1 megajoule of energy in 1 second, they would have an abysmal 0.011% efficiency. If they sent out 10 megajoule in 100 seconds, they have a 1. Oh, I see what you mean. So they sent out a unit of energy and they received a different unit of energy. So that without the key in the middle, which they probably don't want to release because of a trade secret, or just like you don't want people to know how quickly you can put out. But okay, that makes sense. Also, this would be good because for whatever reason, it likes to do a full bed mesh when it does this. So I'll be able to show you guys what the bed mesh is. Yeah, they sent out a quantity of energy and they received a rate of energy, but they didn't tell you how long it took to send that. So it could either be super efficient. Obviously, I'm assuming since they're sending energy through atmosphere, there's going to be pretty big losses, but this tech is meant for space. The idea is to have solar panels in space that can collect energy and then beam it elsewhere. Because in space, there is, well, okay, there is stuff in space. Space is not totally empty. There is minute particles and molecules, even in low density. There is stuff in space. But yeah, it's meant for space, I believe. Because you're going to have too many losses trying to do it in atmosphere. Unless you want to put it on a battleship. Then the losses are fun. There's no empty space. You know, I keep walking into that wall, waiting for the day all the molecules align with all the gaps and I can walk through the wall. But it hasn't happened yet. One day it will. The Archimedes heat ray. Seen that man who stare at goats. That was such a weird movie. I went to go see it with a girl I was dating at the time, and it's not the kind of movie I normally watch, but I can't remember who the director is, but the girl I was seeing at the time, it was like a director that she liked, so I went with her to see the movie. And I was just like, yeah, this is not what I'm, this is okay. Just such a weird movie. So right now, this is what the height map looks at. Let me orientate it. So we're at 0, 0. Okay, so this is 0, 0. So this is looking at it from the front. So this is what the height map of the beds look like right now. You can see there's like a couple low spots within the beds themselves, but I don't really have control over that. But I love the back. It just woof. I should probably limit the probe a bit so it doesn't go all the way back there. Let me do that right now. Machine. I think it's in printer, bed mesh. Yeah. Let's bring that down to 5, 0. There we go. Point three over a 600 millimeter bed is literally the width of your first layer. My first layer is 0.3 millimeters. I'm okay with it being one layer off over the entire bed. Oh, I changed X, not Y. You're right, machine. You're right. Where is it? You're right, I changed X, not Y. Where is it? Bed mesh, there we go, okay. 65. Let's bring you down to 35. What's it before? Let's do 35. There we go. That makes more sense. There we go. Does that include the fall off at the end? I think, yeah, that probably is the fall off at the end. Negative, yeah. Because this is 0.37. Yeah, 0.13. So let's just say from like, okay, from this high point here, so this is 0.81. So from this high point, here, let's scale gradient. So from this high point right here, so we're at 0.128 and 0.075. So it's 0.2 millimeters. From the lowest point on the bed to the highest point on the bed is like 0.2 millimeters, which isn't even my first layer. If your variation of your bed is less than your first layer, it's what the British Astronomical Society called diddly fuck. Should we use 0 reference position in Voron? I'm not sure what that setting is. So if it's there in default, yes. If it's not there in default, no. Unless you know what it does. But I don't know what that does. What is the 0 reference position? I don't think I have that in my config. It's well within bed mesh. Yeah, it's well within, as long as the bed mesh can handle it, it's fine. Diddly squat. Diddly squat is a farm, not a unit of measurement. Yeah, diddly squat is a farm. I am hungry. So don't forget, tomorrow, because we're getting near the end of stream, we got 15 minutes left. Basically, I want to get this done, and then we're going to print a benchy, and then I'll post a benchy. I haven't printed a benchy on this thing yet since the rebuild. I wanted to print, I did print a cube, and it failed near the top because it popped off the bed. But what was I going to say? The plan tomorrow, for those that don't know, in the morning, there'll be an only Benchies Yacht Club member. So if you're a channel supporter, Patreon supporter, or a Twitch supporter, or you're lucky and somebody gives you a membership between now and the end of the stream, tomorrow will be a member stream in the morning, probably around 11 a.m. EST. We're just going to be hanging out in here, getting things ready, because in the afternoon, there'll be a public stream tomorrow where we will be unboxing the PRUSA Core One L. Carl! We're going to be unboxing Carl. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So we need to make some room. We need to get some stuff ready. So we'll be doing that on the member stream. And then we need to pick a game to play on the Twitch stream. I want to play a game on Twitch. We did Mega Bonk the other day. I need to figure out what game I want to play now. I have Hollow Knight and in my cart right now on Steam because it's on sale. And I also have, let me pull up Steam here. Let me see. We gotta figure out what we're gonna play on Steam on Thursday on stream. I want to do a game stream. I haven't done a game stream yet. Store. I think I have Signalis as well in my cart. Yeah, Signalis is on sale, and I have Vampire Survivors as well. Arc Raiders. Here's the thing. I don't want to play Arc Raiders because that seems like a game I can get sucked into, and I'm trying to avoid getting sucked into games right now. Mass Effect is calling me again, and I started a Mass Effect playthrough again the other day. I'm a couple hours into Mass Effect 1 because I view Mass Effect as one game. If Baldur's Gate 3 is one game in 3 acts, Mass Effect is one game in 3 acts. Let's be honest, especially the Legendary Edition. So I started playing Mass Effect again, and that's my time sink game right now. I've also heard good things about Dispatch. I think it was Shane was raving about this game, Dispatch, but it's like a story game. So I don't know how well that kind of game would stream. So, yeah. Plus, Arc Raider seems like a game that's more fun to play with friends. Quake anymore? No. Competitive shooters like Quake have completely died off, I think. Like, the only real competitive shooters right now are like Counter-Strike and Valorant. Like, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure games like Quake have just kind of died off. Looks Dispatch seems like a game that you kind of want to play on your own. Fortnite. I have never played Fortnite. We could do that. I have never played Fortnite, ever. We could do a stream where I just play Fortnite for the first time. I've never played Fortnite, ever. So. I do it, goodbye. I can't. It's, yeah, I've seen that. There's Simpsons in it now. It's like, I haven't played Battlefield 6 either. Because I'll be honest, the problem is, there's a lot of games right now that will be great a year from now when they're half the price and they include all the DLC. And Battlefield is probably one of those games. Okay, there really is not a lot of variable here, but it looks like... I'm looking at it on the bed because when you peel it off the bed, it kind of gets all messed up. I want to say 0.34. 0.32 or yeah, 0.34 I think is where it's at. Because then it starts to get a little too... Yeah, 0.34. 0.34. 0.34 on the pressure advance. Trying to peel it off without breaking it, but yeah, 0.34. Okay. 0.34. So, actually, no, we go into here, go here, go here. Machine. U36. Yeah. 0.34. Save and restart. So now we should be able to print a benchy and it should not look like ass. Hopefully. And then just to take advantage of add model, we are going to do a Voron cube at 200% as well. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Add model. Downloads. I need a model. I need a model. I need a model. Let's do a dice tower. Yep. There we go. No, it's 200, so it has time to melt. That's why. And I also did drop my Excels a little bit from what they were before. So this will be 9 hours of printing. I want to, okay, actually, how do I set up time lapses? I have no idea. I've never got time lapses working in Clipper. I got to figure that out at some point. Oop, shoot. Don't think I doxed anything there, Luke. No, we're good. I don't know why I opened that again. There we go. Okay. I am printing with a brim because the fans are a 0.34. Sorry, it's 0.034. It's not 34. It's 0.034. Yeah, it's not 34. It's 0.034. Yeah, it's 0.034. Yeah, I know I said 0.34. It's 0.034. Dang it! I keep doxing Luke's private chat. There we go. One second. Let me close that Discord window so I don't accidentally do it again. Because all you just saw was Luke ranting and raving about megajoules. Okay. Print. Upload and print. There we go. Okay. So, what is this? Bamboo Lab filed patent for assigning material to different extruders. I don't know. China incentivizes you to patent everything under the sun, so whatever. Also, it's a bamboo dual index thing. I mean, this is actually probably one of the easiest way to make an index machine, because you just add one extra motor in here and you have index. So it's not hard. This is actually like the simplest way to do index. But yeah, I don't know. But toolhead, A4T. A4T toolhead. And then the webcam is looking down from the top. So the webcam is at the back of the printer. So it's up here. And then, ooh, look at that. Although it does blob, and I don't know why. I gotta clean that blob off before it actually prints. Nope, that's gonna... Okay, that screwed up my Z offset, I think. No, get back here. There's a... Where'd I put my tweezers? I can't remember if... One second. Cancel. Cancel print. On the right screen. Can you guys even see what's going on? I'm on the wrong screen. One second. One second. I can't remember if it does touch at the beginning or after, and there was a blob on the nozzle. I don't know why it's taking so long to do the home right now. Unless it's in like a loop. What? Hey, look, I hit E-stop. Okay. We'll restart. Firmware restart. Clipper restart. Or I could just, you know, hit the button. We're gonna pull the lever, Kronk. Pull the lever, Kronk. 1, 2, 10. I do need to check the filament runout sensor. That's something I'm gonna have to check tonight. So I'm gonna wait till it gets a little bit into the print, and then I'm gonna cut the filament and purposely check the filament runout sensor to see what the behavior is. Hopefully, I think I have it set up where it'll just pause the print. It'll move to the park position, which is the back right, pause the print, and then I can load it. So. Connecting to printer, there we go. Print, print, print. I like this screen much better. I like this little 5-inch screen that I have on here now. Instead of the big 7-inch that was in the front, I have this little 5-inch. And it is so much nicer because it sits out of the way when you're not using it, so you don't bump it. And then if you need to use it, you just fold it up and do whatever. And then when you're done, it just sits there. So it's actually pretty nice to have, because I didn't like that big screen in the front because I kept bumping it when I walked by. So it's nice. Okay. We're gonna be doing the giveaway in like 4 minutes. So if you haven't entered, link in the video description. You need something like infinite flow. I will be, what Big Tree Tech has them out, I will be putting the Big Tree Tech boosters on this. Either 2 or 3 of them for filament rollover. Because I want a booster, so when I'm feeding the big 3 kilogram or 5 kilogram spools to this machine, the hot end doesn't have, the extruder doesn't have to work as much. Because right now I'm only feeding it 1 kilogram spools. But also I want, because it has the built-in rollover that is like completely independent, so I don't have to worry about it. So I just got a nice, I got this. I forgot I had this. I brought this back from PRUSA. I got space grade filament. Go to space. Okay, so it doesn't touch the nozzle there, so that would have been fine to let it do its thing. Okay. So right now I'm just trying to get hours on the printer because it's relatively new. And I just want to get a bunch of hours on it, make sure it's all printing, all reliable and whatnot, and I can trust it before I calibrate it for PETG and get back to printing astromech parts. Do our little bed probey. I do need to figure out why it goes to the middle there. I don't want it going to the middle there. I'd rather it go to the front for this little heat up portion. Like, it hasn't been an issue so far, but I kind of don't want it heating up over the middle. So I got to figure out where in the G code, because I think it's part of the starting area bed macros, print start. So G32, print status ready, status meshing, mesh calibrate. There's the adaptive mesh, line purge, status printing. So is it part of the G32? So if I change this to like 5, because that's Z30. Where's Z30? No, it's not Z30. So it ain't that, because it's only like 5 mil off the bed right now. So it's not that one. So it's not that one. Part of the bed mesh. Bed mesh. Well, there's the safe Z home position. There's 0 reference position, but that's the middle. I mean, it's not a big deal, because it basically, when it's heating up, it makes a little blob, and then when it travels forward, it ends up purging out that blob. Like, you can see the little blob right there. So the little blob, like, kind of just gets stuck in here. So it's not a big deal. Actually, it's stuck to the nozzle right now. The blob is stuck to the nozzle right now. It did not come off that time. I got no room to get out of there. Well, hopefully it falls off at some point. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So eventually it comes off. This is another reason why I like doing the skirt. The skirt gives you... The skirt's good for a couple things. One, it ensures your first layer is good and it gives you a chance to fix it before you go into printing. 2, it makes sure flow is flowing. You know, you have the prime. A little bit of skirt don't hurt. And then 3, if you got little boogers hanging on the nozzle, usually doing that skirt gives it a chance for it to come off. So. So you do use 0 reference position, I guess. If it's default, it's default. Okay, let's do the giveaway. If you have not entered for your chance to win some POLYMAKER filament, you will have another chance tomorrow, because we're actually doing another stream tomorrow. So let me pull the list up here. Copy that. Okay, go over here. Over here. Names, Control A, delete, Control V. File, save. Let's open up marbles. Skirts are awesome in summer. You know what? As somebody who has worn a kilt, yes. Kilts in the winter suck. Erase that, add names, clear, open. How many people do we even have in stream? Oh, we got a decent amount of people today. 240, finish, random, bots, 240, with all the bots are people, there we go. Okay, so how this works is if you win, you get a spool of filament from POLYMAKER. Woo! But if I pick your ball and your ball wins, you also get a free hat. Who is this ball right here? Chuck Eckert. You are the lucky ball today. If you win, you get a free hat along with your spool of filament from POLYMAKER. But don't forget, everyone, POLYMAKER does have their Black Friday sale on right now. So if you just want to buy some filament from POLYMAKER, stock up, save some money, there is a link in the video description. It is an affiliate link, but it will help support the channel, and you are going to save some money and get some filament. So stock up today. Remember, exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell, and or subscribe to the channel, it actually greases your ball up and makes it go even faster. Printer printing, okay, good. All right, so the first layer is a little on the low side, but it's livable low. And honestly, I'd rather the first layer be a little squished than a little not. Who's in the lead right now? Ron James. Oh, it's gonna be a tight one here. It's gonna be a tight one here unless we have a sniper. Oh, Chevron. Come on, Ron. Ron James with the win. The chance of getting selected number from 240 values twice is 1 in 57,600. Are the odds that bad? How are the odds that bad? I mean, technically, once I pick the ball, though, every time I pick the ball, at that point, it's a 1 in however many people are playing. So if I pick your ball, so the odds of you getting your ball picked and winning are 1 in, if there's 240 entries, 57,000-ish. But if I pick your ball, you're just 1 in 240. And I've been doing this 3 days a week for a couple years now, and nobody's won yet. So Ron James, congratulations, Ron. You will get a spool of filament from me after the stream ends with information, or you'll get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament. There you are there. Okay, cool. There we go. Just let you guys watch that while I just take care of this email quickly. Want a 3-pack of, oh, on the charity stream? That was a great charity stream. For those that don't know, I participated in the 1440 Makers charity stream over the weekend. There's a bunch of panels. I was on the creator panel at the end there. And we raised altogether, I think it was $21,000, $21,420.69. Nice. For World Central Kitchen. So huzzah, that was good. That was good. So that's always good. Sent. Prize, there we go. Ooh, Printed Solid has Black Friday sale on right now too. Okay, Ron, you should be getting your email pretty soon. I sent it to you. Did I have the title in it? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So Ron, your email is on the way. Printer is printing printingly. So again, reminder for everyone, tomorrow, 2 streams tomorrow. In the morning, there's going to be a channel member stream. So if you're a Patreon supporter, YouTube member, Twitch sub, or you're a VIP on the Discord and you have access to those channels, be on the lookout. There'll be a member stream. I'll put the notification out tomorrow morning. It'll probably be around 11 a.m. EST, usually an hour or two for the stream. And then tomorrow afternoon, probably around 5 p.m. EST, we will be doing a Core One L unboxing stream. Okay, I have the Core One L. It showed up today during this stream, but I didn't have enough time. Like, I wasn't going to pivot the whole stream to that, unfortunately. So that will be tomorrow. So 2 streams tomorrow. You guys eating good this week. And you gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate. So the 5 people that got the gifted memberships, you better show up for the member stream tomorrow. Also, link your Discord with YouTube so you get access to the channels in the Discord if you're a channel member or Patreon supporter. That way you get notifications and all that, because that's where I notify everyone for the member streams. Okay, I gotta go make dinner for the family. Shout out to POLYMAKER for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Shout out to Luke's Lab for providing the tube compact that we have in the Venture XL now. Also shout out to Big Tree Tech, because they provided all the electronics for the upgrade and modding of the Venture XL as well. It's running all Big Tree Tech electronics now. And shout out to Prusa. They sent me the Core One. You know, we did an unboxing today. We're gonna be doing that tomorrow. And Damien, cheers for the 25. And for those that donated to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create. Without your continued support, you make it all possible. Check out the links in the description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way to support the channel. A bunch of Black Friday sales are going on right now. Use code Canuck, save some money on gamer subs in Luke's Lab. And we're gonna call it there. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there, wash your hands, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night.